Welcome back to an actual Warframe video after what feels like more than just several months since the last one. A couple of disclaimers before we start off today's video though. There hasn't been a whole lot of Warframe content recently because I just felt like I needed to distance myself from the game for a good while. It was kind of becoming toxic to my own well-being, but me returning now doesn't necessarily mean Warframe's any better than when I left. I've also not watched any sort of content or kept up to date with announcements surrounding Warframe, only minor updates I've come across through news site headlines and the good old Discord boys who still actually play Warframe. Not a whole lot of them though, for obvious reasons. I spent some time yesterday doing missions to get the Nightwave checklist going. Everything outside of Railjack does feel more or less the same, besides a few additions or changes here and there like Acolytes spawning in Steelpath missions. That was a surprise. The fundamentals of the game are of course intact, if you will. Nothing too crazy happened while I was gone, apparently. I might have to take a look at the incoming Railjack overhaul. There's some potential there. Yeah, I know that most of you guys here, even those of you who still play, hate Railjack. But if DE are willing to invest into that part of Warframe and not abandon it like some of the other stuff, I'd say it's a good indication that a big chunk of the player base do actually enjoy Railjack. It's either that or the Warframe team's just stubborn. What I'm hoping for in Warframe in terms of development and content this year is mission variety. I am not talking about mobile defense disguised as something else or just rearranging missions in a different order, kind of like what they did with one of the Deimos updates, I believe. Something fresh like Disruption, for example. Because IMO, new Warframes and weapons are great, but are kind of repetitive, especially if you've been playing for a couple of years or more. I believe changing what you play rather than what you play with would make a bigger impact on the overall experience in Warframe, if that makes sense. Of course, I'm not asking for the devs to change Warframe into a completely different other game. Let me remind you again, I've not kept up to date as I used to. Maybe they are gonna bring in something new. In that case, please do feel free to leave comments. I heard that they're gonna tweak the Kuvelich system. Oh god, can't wait for that one. Or maybe I should wait for that one. You know, give them enough time. Know what I'm saying, boys? I do understand that the state that the world is still in right now, revolutionary content updates are not something realistic. And that's fine. I just hope that they don't promise something that's too difficult to deliver. I mean, I've done that myself many times. Not a great place to be. So yeah, new mission types that are original and maybe some questline related stuff, that to me is more exciting content than, you know, new frames and new weapons. I know this is Warframe, but after a certain point, they're just Warframes. A million different ways to play the same thing, like a capture mission for example, isn't gonna make Warframe any more fun than it already is right now, IMO. That's why I'm waiting to see how the Railjack update turns out. What would you like to see in Warframe this year, and even on this channel in terms of Warframe content? I know my Warframe guides have helped countless players out there. I'd be happy to update those and maybe even add to them. Just let me know. If you'd like to support the channel and the work I do here, please feel free to read the description down below to learn more on how you could do so. You can also gain access to the Discord server through Patreon. Check it out below. That's all for now. Catch you guys real soon in the next video.